Hi there, Vladimir here with another video about how to learn English. Out of the 4 skills of every language, reading, listening, writing and speaking, reading is the fastest one, the most efficient one, meaning reading gives you the biggest exposure to the language you're trying to learn. Biggest number of words and grammar per unit of time. We read faster than we listen, write or speak. That's a fact. Reading gives you the most repetition, and repetition is key. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Now, the big question is, should we read out loud or read silently in our head? Read out loud versus reading silently in my head. Which is better? Reading silently, of course. Remember, you don't study English. You learn new information through English. The goal is the information in the book or article you read. The language is a bonus. Reading out loud breaks your concentration. You are half focused on pronunciation, and your understanding of the text is much less than when you're reading silently. Do you read out loud when you read in your native language? I don't. Do you listen to loud music when you read in your native language? I don't, because I can't focus on the information. Reading silently is much faster than reading out loud, much quicker to reread when you don't understand something. Now, having said that, every now and then it might be a good idea to read out loud a passage or two, and even record yourself so you can hear your own voice. That's good too, but that should account for only a fraction of your total reading, less than 1%. The focus is on the information, not the language. But then again, if you have a presentation coming up soon, a sales presentation or a school presentation, then yes, record yourself. I would even say film yourself speak and then listen for mistakes and listen for things to improve. That's perfectly fine. I used to read out loud, record my voice, then listen to it and write everything down. It was something I called 4-in-1. Practice my reading, speaking, listening, and writing at the same time. I used to read out loud, but I only did it for a few months. I did it because back then I had no internet. All I had were a few boring textbooks, and I was just trying to get the most of what I had. It was a good practice, but not something I would recommend you do for a long period of time. The focus is on the good quality information. I don't know about you, but I am addicted to good information, and reading silently is much, much faster. So, there you have it. 99.9% of your reading should be silent, and not more than 0.1% out loud. Record your voice, listen to it, and write everything down. Now, there is one more thing.
There is one more thing.
The big question is how to read. how to read even though it is silent reading. Even though you read silently, you still need to follow the flow of the language, the flow, melody, rhythm of the English language in your head. You need to connect your words into a continuous flow of sound in your head. It is what I call harmonizing. The focus is on the information, but you still need to be mindful of the foreign language, the English language, mindful of the flow of the English sentence. Notice grammar patterns and collocations. You need to harmonize. I talk a lot about harmonizing in my book, Virtually Native. There is a whole chapter on why harmonizing is important for your speaking fluency and listening comprehension. Reading is key. Read daily and read silently. And I suggest you start with my book Virtually Native, which is available on Amazon and virtuallynative.com.